Heyo folks, update in the YNW Melly case. Remember that search warrant and whatever's that were against Attorney Liberty and the prosecution. Oh, we hid it from the defense because it would ruin our investigation. Please, judge, don't turn it over. And then they didn't turn it over and asked the judge to reconsider. It didn't work. After a while, the judge got the thing, the probable cause. Oh no, the search warrant. Sorry, but let's just say that Judge Martin S. Fein. He doesn't take crap. Let's talk. All right. Right out of the gate. Order denying state's motion for protective order and order detailing in-camera review of the Apple iCloud search warrant. The court, having conducted an in-camera review of the Apple iCloud search warrant regarding Attorney Raven Liberty, as well as the state's motion for protective order, makes the following findings of fact and conclusions of law. On January 7th, 2025, this court ordered the state to produce a copy of the Apple iCloud search warrant regarding Attorney Liberty for in-camera review. A copy of the order entered on January 7th, 2025 is attached to and incorporated as part of this order. On January 14th, 2025, the state produced a redacted and unredacted copy of the Apple iCloud search warrant regarding Attorney Liberty for in-camera review. On January 14th, 2025, the state filed a motion for protective order. After reviewing the redacted search warrant, unredacted search warrant, the state's motion for protective order, including all the authority filed, cited therein, this court makes the following findings of fact and conclusion of law. 1. The search warrant was issued December 13th, 2023. 2. The state has been in possession of the information produced as a result of the search warrant for over 1 year. 3. The state moves this court to issue a protective order and argues the search warrant is part of an ongoing active investigation. 4. This court does not agree that the search warrant is part of an ongoing active investigation. In support of this conclusion, this court notes FSS 119-1011, damn, that's a lot, which states, quote-unquote, criminal investigative information shall be considered active as long as it is related to an ongoing investigation, which is continuing with a reasonable, good faith anticipation of securing, and this is highlighted, an arrest or prosecution in the foreseeable future. 5. This court further notes that Attorney Liberty has not been arrested, nor is she a defendant in any pending prosecution, despite the fact that the state has been in possession of the information produced as a result of the search warrant for over 1 year. The court also notes that the state continues to seek the imposition of the big one against the defendant in present case. The sole purpose of this court's order on January 7th, 2025, compelling the state to disclose the search warrant, was to provide information to the defendant so that he may choose to continue with Attorney Liberty as counsel or choose to have Attorney Liberty withdraw based on a conflict of interest. This court finds that the defendants need to review a complete unredacted copy of the search warrant far outweighs any state interest in limiting the full disclosure of the search warrant. Therefore, based on the foregoing, the state's motion for protective order is denied. The state's request to limit the full disclosure of the search warrant is also denied. This court shall make unredacted full copies of the search warrant available to all counsel on Friday, February 7th, 2025, to allow the state to seek appellate relief from this order if they so choose. The state has the right to appeal this order within 10 days of rendition of this order. Done and ordered at Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, Florida, this 27th day of January 2025. Martin S. Fein, Circuit Court Judge. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means the state lost so far. Now, they can appeal. They probably will appeal because they really don't want this information in the hands of the defense. My guess, based on the judge's language, based on how he writes his order, is that in no uncertain terms, the search warrant and access to Attorney Liberty's Apple Cloud is BS. It was an attempt to hijack the trial, probably mid-trial or something like that, at a very bad situation to make a bad claim, a bad faith claim, and ruin whatever it is for Mr. Melly. Just as they did in the first trial, because they lost hard. Even though it was a hung jury, they lost hard because, first of all, that investigator who openly asked in front of a prosecutor who was responsible for ethics or whatever, in front of that, he asked another investigator to lie for him. And then the original main prosecutor was thrown out of the case because of misconduct. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg. It is a complete and utter clusterclock of prosecution. Now, you can believe that Mr. Melly is guilty, that there is so much evidence against Mr. Melly, it's ridiculous. That's besides the point, folks. That's completely besides the point. The point is the prosecution is supposed to do this ethically, morally right, supposed to seek justice, not seek conviction at any cost. And lucky for us, Judge Martin S. Fein isn't having it. Neither did the prior judge. They hold this prosecution accountable. Now, we'll have to wait and see now how this will affect the coming trial, because it starts in September. And remember, folks, I will be in Miami in September. Yay! And I will try to get into the courtroom during the trial. I will be there from September 18th or 17th to September 18th to September 24th. So I will be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I will skip back home here on the Tuesday. So Thursday or Friday or the Monday, I will try to be in the courtroom. And it will be interesting if it gets that far, because it's starting to stack up now, the prosecution's misconduct. It's starting to... We will know on February 7th, when this is released to the defense, if it, depending on how bad it is, I would almost expect that we will see this search warrant. Maybe it will be leaked, maybe it won't, but at least it will be produced to Mr. Melly in order for him to make a determination if he wants to have Miss Liberty continuing to represent him. And I mean, she's been doing good so far. Now, we all know she has an interesting past and with assault, but she looks like she can break your neck at any given time. And yeah, and Mr. Melly, have trusted her for years. And on top of this, also remember that Mr. Melly has now been in jail for 5 years. He went in when he was 19. He is now 25. The prosecution got a hung jury, and it's getting worse for them. This is the Florida prosecution in Broward County, Fort Lauderdale. It's just like in Miami-Dade, where prosecutors cannot or mentally unable to prosecute ethically, morally, seeking justice. They are just in it for the win. And yeah, we'll just have now, again, this is good news for Mr. Melly. We have to wait to see for the result of this. I would assume that, again, the prosecution will appeal this, an appellate court hopefully laughs them out of court and says, yeah, this is handed over now. But we'll see. We'll see. Nothing is certain in trial, war, and love. But it's always interesting. Thank you guys for listening in. Remember, hug your family. Unless your family's crap, then screw them and give your love to the people who deserve it. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all the YouTube things. You know what I mean. Okay. See you in the next stream or video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.